Yeah, I don't think I had clearance there. A little bit close to the rocks, I think. And that was flying in mode 3, so I was still able to deliver decently good resolution inputs. It's probably easier in mode 1 for this finer work, but I am not mad about this remote. I mean, it feels plastic, sure, but it's good. You can't see how close I just came to the camera here, but I didn't worry about hitting it either. That little touch and go is intentional, so you can deliver very quality input. Flying scale, no problem. We gotta look for those lost hikers. They came out here and they never found their way back, so they had to send rescue. Oh, but I think we found them. I'm still not good at landing face with the heli facing me. I was gonna try it just then, but I didn't want to risk smashing it on these rocks, which, to be real, I have crashed it many times. I could tell the battery's gonna pop soon. We got 4.5 minutes on the recording, so you get, actually I could fly it for like 3 more minutes. So I'm cutting it short, but we got our rescue mission complete. So now we'll just tool around. So we still got some fuel to burn off before we go back. And it's almost like the longer I flew it earlier today after work. I had like 4 packs, so I went ahead and just burned them before I came home. Because there's no wind today. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like, 2-mile-an-hour breeze maybe. So it's like perfect flying weather. Not that this can't fly in moderate wind. It definitely has the authority to be in probably up to, I wouldn't want to fly it in wind at all, but I was flying it with 20-mile-an-hour gusts without too much trouble. A few times, probably gusting up towards 30, and I thought I was gonna lose it, so I was like, all right. So really, 10 miles an hour, though, you could fly it in 10-mile-an-hour wind. It's trickier, of course. I don't like to use the optical flow. I like to fly without the assistance. So when a breeze a 30-mile-an-hour gust comes, it's pretty easy to get it lost. And I haven't lost any of my helis yet. But if if it goes up and a big gust of wind takes it, good luck. Oops. Like trying to watch the camera to see if I'm in frame or not. Because this is a neighborhood, so I just have it looking at where you can see the rocks here. I'm not trying to look at people's houses particularly. If I can put it down on this rock. Kind of. Oh wow, yeah, I probably could have landed it on that, but it might tip over. It is, I've been flying the C186 for a while, so I'm pretty comfortable with that one. But I'm still getting used to this one. Kind of tilting forward there. I'm surprised we didn't have a blade strike. Almost. I got another pack to burn. So I bought 4 packs. I'm thinking if I got 5 packs, I could basically run it continuously, just between switching packs. Letting it cool off for a minute and switching to another fresh pack. There's the dead one. And changing the battery just like all the other ones. I do kind of wish they weren't proprietary. I kind of wish that I could fit my own pack, like a larger capacity one. Because I'm confident that this could lift several times whatever this battery is. It'd be cool to have like a 30-minute flight. They did like a 900 mAh. What are these, 350s? So you get about 13 minutes on these. Which isn't true, because we just flew it for 8 minutes and it beeped at us. I think it'll give you got a few more minutes really after that. But then it'll just land wherever it is. It'll just put itself down. Obviously, it runs out of fuel, right? Basically. Like running out of gas, so it's going to put itself down before it destroys the batteries, because it's not good to drain them to 0 or below a threshold voltage. That's how you make them catch on fire. So as soon as I hear the beep, that's how you actually get more longevity too, I'm pretty sure, if you don't stress the battery's thresholds of low and high voltages. If you keep them in a certain range, they'll have a lot of life to them. Many charges. think these are clocked for about 300 or something. Where's the landing pad here? Yeah, we'll make 2 bays. Got my own landing spot right here. See, if you put it between rocks like that, then it's like you have to be good or you're gonna junk your helicopter. So it's like forced. It forces you to try to not crash it. I don't think any of us try, right? We're not trying to crash them. So I need to go like this. In my mind, I'm like calculating, like, okay, so when I take off, I want my sticks like this. I told you, I'm not good with, I can drive it forward towards me. No problem. Like, I've got that down. I don't know what it is about landing, though. Just scared, too. Need to get over it. And it doesn't fly the same as the C-186. It's not a bad, I'm not saying that's bad. I'm glad that it doesn't fly the same, because now I gotta learn how to fly this one too. And it's definitely superior, okay? I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's superior to the C-186. It's a different caliber. And I'm not dogging the C-186, because that is a great heli, and I still like to fly it. But this Huey is like a different category of precision and stuff. They're both good flyers. This one just feels like way more premium somehow. And I'm using the stock radio. I mean, look, I'm flying it backwards and sideways towards us right now. It feels very precise. And I put it down in mode 1, and I really should have had it in mode 1 earlier too, but I like, if you run it in mode 3 all the time, it'll force you to be more strict with your inputs and not so dramatic. I mean, it's okay to be dramatic, but you want it to be at the right time. And when I was first flying it, I was doing a lot of self-induced, like, crashing. Like where you get yourself into a position and then you make it 100 times worse. That was actually like, what do you call it? The sensor did that to me, dude. When I came across the rocks here, really close to them, when you do that, it'll snap down. It'll think you're trying to land it, because the sensor is like, oh, we're at 1 inch or something, or a half an inch, and then it'll try to assist you. That's why I didn't land on that rock a second ago earlier. I don't think it saw the sensor yet either when I was landing on that rock back there. If the sensor comes into, like, basically right above the skids, it'll put the, it'll invert your lift. So I need to shut that off. It's a nice feature for people if you're learning, because when you do land, it creates like a suction when it does this one, the C032, and when it makes the suction like that, it'll keep it from hopping around, it'll keep it from tilting over. So it's a good feature if you're landing it on flat pavement and you're not good at flying it yet or landing. And all these takeoffs have been manual, but like I said, that last one, I think it triggered the sensor for the proxy, like the proximity sensor, and it thought I was landing. You saw it, it like smashed into the ground. Ooh. So, I need to figure out how to disable the proximity sensors. You don't need them, you know, like I was saying, it's got a lot of authority. If you're comfortable flying any like of the other ones, the C138 or whatever, I almost never would put, the only time I would put the flow sensor on, and I'll tell you why, the only reason I would put the flow sensor on was if I wanted to do something really quick and I wanted to let go of the remote. Like I wanted to pick up something or whatever for a few seconds, because you can't trust it. You can't walk away from it. It'll sit there in one spot, kinda, but it'll drift and it'll find like random places to go. So it's not like you can just walk away from it. But it's handy, like I said, if you're just picking up your camera or something. And with it turned off, though, you get more authority when you lean and stuff. So this is mode 1, but this thing has a significant amount of authority. I'll try to keep it in frame. It's quite zippy, and it can, like I said, it's fast enough to deal with winds, 10, maybe 15 miles an hour, to where it's annoying, you know, like, all right, I don't really want to fly it. Like this is how I want to fly them, when it's in 0 wind. I forgot to put it back into mode 1. I'm like, it's feeling a little squirrely. And yeah, for scale flying, you don't need to put it into 3. You get higher, like a higher level of resolution when you put it down in 1. You don't get as much pitch. That's the sacrifice. On this one, I'm not totally even sure about that. I think it just reduces the punch, maybe, of like how the rate at which it pitches. So you can still get a good pitch, but it's not as like rapid. It's more scale. And still quite quick in mode 1. I guess it's time to land. Yeah, you could see it there when I just landed it. It like pulls down into the dirt. Like it's leaving marks into it. But I gotta figure out if that's a sensor I could disable without breaking the machine. I know, like I was saying on the other ones, let's see, 138, if you just push down on this toggle here, it'll beep after like 2 seconds or something. And that turns that'll turn off the optical flow sensor or turn it back on, which is really handy. Like I said, it's quick. It works for sort of holding a position. This one does hold position really well, not gonna lie. But I don't like how it pulls, like I fly really low to the ground like that, and it'll trigger the landing assist. So I gotta see if that's something we can disable. I'll say that, I mean, maybe then if I can't, I just have to remember, if you, I'm flying it pretty freaking low. If you come to with it a ½ inch of the ground, it seems to trigger it, or a 1/4 inch. And I about bumped the skid when I came over that rock. So, well, I'm gonna go end the video, and y'all have a good one. Great flyer, pick one up. What are you waiting for? It's like $100, $99, guys. But make sure you buy like 5 batteries or 6. Because you can put them in rotation. Like, I actually got 2 more ready to fly right now back at the apartment. So you can go fly it for like an hour, you know, get good at it. You know, you need to spend a few hours with it for sure. So go over to ERA.com or something, or just Google it, because I don't actually know their address. Go to the official website and pick you up one of these CO32s. They do have it in military and pink also. I mean, like bright pink. So for little girls, I guess, you know, leave them out. They gotta have a heli too. It's based on a real one. They're all based on real ones. Y'all have a good one.